When we first started SPY, I don't think we could have ever imagined where it is today. I just couldn't believe that we lived in one of the wealthiest countries in the world, on a very, very wealthy part of town, but yet kids on the streets. Most folks who live in this community have no idea how damaging that is to a young person. It's terrifying on the streets. Your sense of self-worth, mental health, lack of sleep, poor nutrition, whether they were aged out of foster care, a lot of people were turning a blind eye. I was shocked and furious that we were allowing so many amazing young people to languish on the streets. There were no houses. And when myself and a few volunteers realized that there was this big gap, we began to build the program.
SPY started as a Venice-based organization, but as the need has grown, we have spread across the county. As we've grown, we've been able to meet some of the deeper needs, like supports with mental health, substance use, ensuring that young people have pathways into education and employment, so that once we're able to work with them to become housed, that they're able to maintain that stability. We are now serving over 1,000 youth each year, continuing to deepen the quality of our work, and we are now preparing to open our 10th site.
SPY is leading the conversation on youth homelessness because SPY addresses the issues at every level. So they have one-on-one programming that is all about youth engagement, but it goes all the way up to very macro level advocacy, policy work. SPY is educating everyone who does homeless services that youth need youth-focused services, and we have to step up for it. Of course, I've always understood the importance of housing youth. I have young adult children myself, like it's very personal. But SPY has helped take my emotion about it and help me translate it into action. So I can't just say I support ending youth homelessness from my position and then not go and advocate that we fund more services for youth and that those services are youth specific.
One of the things I think we do really well at SPY is really focusing on building a relationship and trust with the youth before we work towards whatever goals that they may have. We really try to be intentional about letting the youth direct their own path. Since they've already experienced so many adults in their life that either betrayed their trust or were not there to support them like they needed, once we meet them where they're at and then actually hear what they want for themselves, then we can connect them to the right resources.
I was a legalized orphan and I lived in group homes and I was very alone and being homeless over 6 times. I slept on Santa Monica Beach for a while, and about 3 months in, there was a couple, and then they asked me if I ever heard about SPY. My biggest needs before I came to SPY were honestly just clothing and food and keeping myself clean as well, so showering. And I went the same day. SPY welcomed me, did the intake literally as soon as I got here, and was immediately welcomed to go shower and eat food, and it was just felt really nice. So I started centering SPY around my everyday routine, stay here from open to close. The thing that makes SPY special to me personally is just the fact that it's become more of a family for me. I've become very comfortable with them. I don't look at them as staff or somebody just here for a paycheck.
When you talk to staff, they really talk to you like an actual human being. So it's a very comforting place that you can actually get support and services from.